Hey there, Improv Tipsters. Welcome back to Improv Tips, where I and some of the best improvisers in the world give you improv tips and advice to make you a better, more confident, and happier improviser wherever you are on your improv journey. I am, as always, your host, Paul Vaillancourt. Let's begin. First of all, welcome back to Improv Tips and Happy New Year. It's been a long time since I've seen you guys, and I'm really happy to be back, and I have some really fantastic stuff lined up. I've not been idle during my off weeks. I've been lining up a lot of really great guest improv tippers coming up. I think you're really going to enjoy them. Also, during the break, I wrote a brand new free ebook called 5 Things Improvisers Can Do to Stay Creative, Feel Inspired, and Have Fun. Stay creative, feel inspired, and have fun. I mean, that's really what it's all about, isn't it? That's what we're all sort of looking for in improv. So I wrote a book about it. It's something that full of exercises and things that you can work and play with in between shows and classes and while you're at home. I think if you check it out, you'll really like it. That link is down below. Also, since we're talking about books, I will do my once yearly plug of my own book, The Triangle of the Scene. That link is also down below. It's kind of a collection of all the things that I think are the most important, what I would consider the hits of what I teach when I'm teaching improv. I think you will also enjoy that. Also, please, if you're enjoying the improv tips, please consider liking and commenting down below. Let me know how I'm doing, what you would like to hear an improv tip about, and also consider subscribing so you will get the improv tips as they come out. That's it for the plugs. Let's get down to why you're here. Improv tips. Today's tip is called the Christmas tree theory of scene work. This Christmas tree theory of scene work. Now, basically, this comes out of the idea of if you have ever seen the Charlie Brown Christmas special, right? If not, don't worry, I'll catch you up. Charlie Brown, who, as we know, is a perpetual, I'll say misanthrope, has waited too long, and he's got the last Christmas tree on the lot, which is just like this, basically a little twig with like a couple of needles on it. And he brings it home, and he puts one ornament on it, and it kind of goes like this. Right? And that's it. The Christmas tree isn't strong enough to support even one ornament. And I think that's kind of like a scene. In a scene, the Christmas tree is the scene, and then the ornament is all the sort of tricky, fun, weird stuff we like, crazy entrances or tag outs or flashbacks or crazy framing or inner monologues or dubbing or any of that other stuff that we throw on top of a scene needs to be supported by something. The through line, the Christmas tree here of the scene, right? And so how do we make that Christmas tree strong enough to support those ornaments? And what is that Christmas tree? More importantly, well, I think that Christmas tree is relationship. What is happening between these two characters in this moment as we watch? What is happening between these two characters in this moment as we watch? That is of primary importance, right? We need to have that Christmas tree strong so that then we can hang those other ornaments on it. If not, then our scene is going to be like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. Right? You put one ornament on it and it just bends over. So we really need to strengthen that relationship first. And this year, I'm really going to be talking a lot about relationship and the primacy and the importance of relationship, because I think it's really the linchpin of what we do in improv. Really, whether it's short form or long form, games or heralds or montages or narrative or whatever, it always comes down to relationship, right? If you check out this ding ding tip by Dan Oconnor, he talks about that too. In his group, Improv, they do these long, sort of 2-hour long narrative pieces. But what makes that happen, what makes that work is relationship. Okay, so as you're working this year and this week, think about making that relationship of primary importance, putting that first. And what does that sound like? What does that mean? Well, in a scene, that means me saying things about my partner saying things about me, and us being able to affect each other. In this improv tip, ding ding, be vulnerable. I talk about that. Be vulnerable to what your partner's saying. Be vulnerable to the information that's coming in. Let it affect you. Be open to being affected by your partner. These things are super important. I'm going to be talking about them a lot this year. That's it for this week. I'll see you next week. Here's a couple other improv tips if you want to check those out and get deeper into this idea. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.